Aragorn and Legolas entered Lord Thranduil's dining hall. The room was large and comfortable, and a fire leapt in the corner. The two had made it back in time for the evening meal, with just minutes to spare for freshening up before joining the small party of elves that ate with the royals nightly. As the kitchen help began bringing out the food, a messenger entered the hall and approached the king. "My lord, there is an envoy from Rivendell. They wish to speak with you before you take your meal. They said they were in a hurry and could not wait. They apologize for the inconvenience. Would my lord like them escorted in?" Did he say Rivendell? Aragorn leaned towards Legolas and whispered as the king responded. "Yes. Would you know them?" "Oh, I'm sure I do," the ranger answered drolly. "In all likelihood, they're—" His answer was interrupted as two tall, princely elves walked into the room and turned towards the king at the head of the table. They hadn't even glanced about the dining area, so intent were they on their errand. "My brothers," Aragorn finished speaking. The elves were twins, completely identical. Few could tell them apart, but Aragorn knew them well enough to know the subtle differences. He watched as Elladan and Elrohir entered and bowed low to King Thranduil. They had not seen Aragorn yet, and he smiled at their single-mindedness. He knew why they had come.
"We beg your pardon, Lord Thranduil. We were sent from Lord Elrond."
"He bids you well. We are looking for one of our brothers, and wondered if you might have word of anyone passing through your realm in the last fortnight." Lord Thranduil frowned and thought. "Welcome, and goodwill to your father. But as far as I know, we have no elven visitors from your lands in quite a while. Do you have a name I might inquire around about?" Aragorn cleared his throat and stood slowly from his seat. All eyes in the room turned towards the human. "Estelle!" The delight on the elven faces was obvious as they both began talking at once. "It's been a fortnight. Where have you been? We were worried sick. Father sent us to find you." He smiled a lopsided grin at the battery of questions, his eyes twinkling with merriment. He hadn't realized how much he'd missed the two of them. It was good to see friendly faces amongst the elves he was visiting. "Well, it's a long story." He tried to settle their questions easily, but they would have none of it. "Knowing you, we can only imagine." Elladan rolled his eyes. "So," Elrohir prompted, but he was cut off by his twin brother. "We tracked you to the wastelands." Elladan's voice held an edge of accusation in it. Aragorn groaned at the mention of his latest mishap as he moved to welcome the two elves. "Just tell us you didn't cross it." Elrohir eyed him carefully, wary of his answer. "Okay, I didn't cross it." The ranger lied, smiling innocently. Next to him, Legolas barely covered his surprise with a cough that garnered him a glare from the human. As he approached the twins, the brothers' alarm grew. "You're hurt," Elladan observed as Aragorn limped around the table to greet them. "Yes, well, that's a long story, too." He laughed, trying to swiftly change the subject. "What happened?" They practically shouted at the human as he embraced them both. "And don't tell us it's a long story," Elrohir finished the sentence. The ranger laughed nervously and made his way slowly back to his seat. Thranduil took advantage of the lull in the conversation and requested that the brothers join them for dinner. The twins were quickly seated across from Aragorn and Legolas, and place settings and food were brought out to them. Aragorn had hoped the distractions would have been enough to cause the elves to forget their former line of questioning, but his hopes were in vain. As the food was brought in and the room settled down to a friendly conversation, Elladan once again pressed his human brother for information. "So tell us, really, what happened to you?" Aragorn looked guiltily at Legolas. The elf prince, thinking that the ranger needed help with his overly protective brothers, answered simply for him. "We were caught by a band of orcs." "Orcs?" Elladan whispered the word in horror as the twins turned to stare at one another, sharing an unspoken thought. Aragorn dropped his gaze to rest on his lap. He absently moved the palm of his right hand over his thigh where the arrow wound was still healing. Thranduil had stopped eating and was watching the interchange. Having full knowledge of Elrond's past dealings with orcs, he understood the brothers' response. Legolas realized he had said something wrong as he glanced between the elven and human brothers. Looking to his father questioningly, he raised an eyebrow, silently asking for an explanation. Thranduil raised his hand, palm up, cautioning his son to silence. He would tell the prince later what had transpired, if it were not brought up in the conversation. "Aragorn." Elrohir was the first to speak. He leaned across the table in concern. His eyes were hard and tense with worry. The ranger still had not met the elf's eyes. He swallowed hard, knowing what their next question would be. Elladan's lips were drawn tightly together as he gazed at the young man. "Estelle?" He softly called the boy's elven name. The human looked at him. the sorrow evident in his eyes from the painful memories he was causing his brothers to live through. He knew that their mother had been caught by orcs and tortured. The twins had saved her, but not before she'd been poisoned. Nothing in all Elrond's expertise could heal her, and she had left them ages ago for the Undying Lands. Her loss was still an open wound in the heart of the Elven Lord, and that of his sons. Was there Morgul poisoning? He questioned, asking the question Aragorn had dreaded. Yes, he whispered, dropping his gaze back to the hand that was gently rubbing the wound. An arrow tip. You did cross the wastelands, then, did you not? Who removed the arrow? Elrohir overrode his brother's questions. He looked to the king accusingly. I did, Legolas spoke up. I did not find it in time, though. It became infected, and I removed it in that night. The poison had been purged from his system. Your brother is in no danger now. You? Aragorn's self-appointed older brother accused. Leave him alone. Aragorn caught Eladon's challenging gaze and held it. Chastising him for his own stupidity was one thing. Attacking Legolas, who had saved his life, was another. Legolas brought me here to his father's home, and the physicians here did the rest. He looked from one twin to the other, holding their gaze long and hard. I'm fine now. He spoke the words softly in Elvish. The wound is nearly healed. I am well. Eladon shook his head in exasperation and looked to the far wall of the hall, trying to get his emotions under control. Elrohir spoke for them both. Do you know what it would do to Father to lose you early? Yes. The whisper held all the penitence and regret that filled the young man's heart. You are not immortal, Estelle, Eladon snapped at him, fear for his human brother causing his words to have more of a bite than he had intended. I know that, Aragorn answered. They had to be made to understand. I have been painfully aware of that since the moment I was brought into Elrond's home. I have grown up with that knowledge. But by human standards I am an adult. He paused, letting them think about what he had said. And I cannot guarantee it won't happen again. You can't protect me forever. An adult? Elrohir snorted. A 20-year-old telling a 1,000-year-old he is an adult? To an immortal, that is a mere child. Yes. Aragorn leaned across the table and touched his brother's arm. And when a 1,000-year-old tells an elderly immortal that he is an adult, to the 3,000-year-old that one too is but a child. Thranduil chuckled at the gentle barb. Well spoken, young human, well spoken. He glanced at Legolas, who only rolled his eyes and shook his head. We have had this very discussion many times beneath this roof. He smiled at his son's reaction. I can assure you both. The king turned serious eyes on the twins. Your brother suffers no ill effects from the poison that his body was subjected to. And while it is true that your father's healing skills are far better than our own, being so close to orc territory, we are not unfamiliar with healing mortal wounds, and his was not one of the most serious kind. The best of my physicians cared for your brother, and he is healing well. Thranduil smiled at Aragorn and nodded. The man released his breath in a sigh of relief and looked toward the twins. They seemed to be satisfied with the answer, if not still a bit worried. But Elrohir smiled at the young man. Next time be more careful. He laughed, and the tension in the room fell. Legolas ventured speaking again. Why don't you tell them what you did this morning? He looked at Aragorn out of the corner of his eye. Aragorn frowned at the prince, remembering suddenly becoming a difficult thing as he switched from one subject to another. Eladon watched the human openly, his eyebrows raised in question. What did you do? Good question. Aragorn racked his brain for where Legolas was trying to lead this conversation. The elf tapped the side of his head just below his ear, behind his jaw, and smiled wickedly at the man.